Hello everybody. In my previous video I showed you how to design or do a conceptual model combined with a family profile. I used the generic model pattern base, and in this video I will demonstrate how to combine the conceptual model with a family. This time I'm using the curtain panel pattern base. Okay, let's go straight to the conceptual model. So new conceptual mass. I'm using the metric mass. Okay, and I'll create just let me set my working plane. If I showed a working plane, that's what you see, and I'll just do a simple design that just a roof like that. Just very simple roof, not much to it. Okay, I'd like to just extend it a little bit, so when we add the family you could see the effect. Okay, so up to here is good enough. I'm not gonna do a lot of editing. I'm just gonna divide the surface, and I will use the pattern as last time. We used the hexagon, so I'm gonna use the same thing and use the same numbers from previous video, 30 by 30. Now you could see. Okay, now I'm gonna create a family to be linked later here with a bit more geometry. Okay, so I'm gonna start a new family. I'm using the metric family, and I'll go to the curtain panel pattern. Okay, and here I'll select the pattern. It's rectangle, so I'll switch it to hexagon. Okay, and I start designing like just what I did in my previous video, but this time I'm gonna add a bit geometry, a bit height to this. So if I start adding the reference from here, reference, okay, because I want to use this to add vertical geometry. Okay, so now I will add another reference, could be anywhere, but before that I need to set, see, now this is the horizontal with the tab. I set it vertical, and this is set, and I just snap to the grid here, and I'm gonna go 90 degrees. 3000 is okay, and another one here. This one should snap to the older one. Just see the blue line. That, yeah, now it tells me this 3000. Okay, now I'll connect these together to make my profile. Okay, so before that I'm gonna add a reference point on top of these lines. Okay, and then I will connect them here. So I'll just with reference lines as well, and make sure the 3D snap on, and maybe I start here, another click here, and I will escape once the command is still active. Okay, you could draw any shape, but this is just something quickly that I want to do, but it could be any shape. I even used arch and things like that. So I only need to keep those reference. I'm gonna get rid of those extra ones. These are only just for reference, and this is the shape that I got. I'll just build sweep any profile along these shapes and then send it back. Okay, so now I'm done with that. I'll just add another dot anywhere I want. Okay, and I'll just draw a profile along this line. Just set your and 200 is good enough for me. Okay, and then I'm just gonna sweep this along my reference at the bottom, so I'm gonna select these with the control one by one. I'm just turning around using the control. You see the plus sign, and I'm adding. So you may ask why I cannot select those as well. It's not gonna work. It has to be like closed loop like that. So once I've done that, create solid, and now you see the frame. I'm creating the frame now. I'll create the frame on the top. This time I'm gonna create a frame less thicker, so I'll make this thicker, and maybe the frame is less thicker. So instead of 200, maybe I'll use 100. So I could use different frame. Okay, another dot just to set my profile. Okay, and I'm gonna use a circle profile as well. Use the set your reference plane. Okay, and this time I said I'm gonna use 100. Okay, I just wanna show you that now if I look here, it doesn't look like it's in the middle, so I have to be close a little bit. Profile, circle, set, and 100. Okay, now this looks better. I will sweep this along these reference planes. Yeah, so select circular with the control one. I'll just zoom around to make sure that I get the right reference, and then I sweep. Okay, I'll do the same with this quickly. Doesn't matter where you set this dot, anywhere. Okay, set. It's better that I come closer a little bit. Where's my set? Is there a command going on here, or why this not happening? So circle something. Okay, this first never happened to me, so I'm gonna just another side. I don't know why, what's happening here, I have no idea, but I'll do it again. Okay, and set. I don't know what was happening, so it's 100. Just want to make sure it looks like in the middle. Select my circle, my reference, my other reference, and then I create the solid last line, which is this line here, and the top I will do a point here anywhere as long as it's along the line, and then make sure you set. Okay, it's 100 again. So I used two different thickness, and I'm just gonna go around, make sure that I select. Okay, I think I need to select this window again. Okay, so this is the shape that I got. I'm just gonna create the inner glass or cloth, whatever you want to build in the middle. This is a bit, may give me a bit hard time, so with the tab see, I'm trying to catch. Sometimes Revit is not very friendly, so this one reference, another one, and just with the tab I need to catch the third one. Now if it doesn't happen, sometimes I go to the wireframe and then I could see the green line, and I'll create solid, and I need this. Okay, so if I go back to my heading, you see that this is covered, and I do the same with all sides. I hope it doesn't take a long time. One with the tab, move my mouse. I'm trying to catch it, but it's not happening. Sometimes, see now when it's with the control, okay, one, okay, three. I need this rectangular. and I'll come to this one, select it, control, 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 form. Okay, I don't see if I, okay, I haven't done that, so it's faster with the wireframe, so I could see the green line, my reference lines clearly. Okay, and this one. Okay, just want to check if everything is done. Okay, one more, last one. Stay, I go back to the wireframe and I select my references like that, and I don't think this is correct. Something is wrong here. You could see it's not what I want, so I'm just gonna redo this one. Remove this one. I'll try again. So I don't know. I must have selected something wrong. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, select all the references. So now I don't think, no, it's not correct. Something is going on here, so I'll have to try to zoom in here to see what's happening. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time I'm just gonna say straight. Let's see what happened here. Maybe it will work. Okay, good. So now this is the object or the profile or the that I'm gonna link to that proof I created in my conceptual. One more thing, I want to add parameters for the material, and this may be the frame. Okay, and then make sure it is material. Okay, you could see it here, and I'm gonna add another one. Should be the glass if I'm using a glass, and maybe you could change the material later. Okay, the last thing, I want to associate this to those parameters. Okay, so the filter, I'm gonna check none, and I only need to the curtain panels. Okay, but I also need to, with the shift, deselect these, what I called the glass earlier. So I want to give those different materials, and I want to give with the shift deselect. So now only the frames should be associated, not material. I'm gonna associate them to the frame. Okay, and as what I call the glass, with the control, I am selecting them and associate them to the glass. Okay, now I'm done. I'll just upload them to the project, which is family one, I would think. Yeah. Okay, now they're already linked here. So if I look here, this is called family 12. Okay, and now this is what you see, you know. So this is the shape that I got, and I could start changing things here. Instead of 30, maybe this is the vertical, or up here I could change them here to 40 and 40, and you see the changes here, and you could add your material, add a type, and you start setting materials accordingly. So this is what just like what I showed you in the previous video. Just to make the video short, I'm gonna stop here.